There's my handsome boys. Come on, Tux. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Come on, just come past him. Good boy. Here you are. Here you go. Good boy. Everybody's doing well out here. Dawn's pulling Ruby out for me. It's Friday. I just heard the hawk over in the woods making his morning call. All the kitties are doing good up front too. No problems last night. Poor Dawn's got to take the GMC back to the Chevy place. The brake job, something is wrong. It's grabbing, pulling. He went to the landfill last night and yeah, it's not so good. So I'll be picking him up on the way back home this morning. And let's see, Johnny's staying till 1 p.m. today to take a makeup quiz. He needs to stay an hour late, so I'll be picking him up at 1 instead of noon. It's always something, always a little different every day this year. I see you in the chair, Marty. Tux is under the bench. You guys hold down the fort until I get back. Good morning, Ruby. The sky's a little smoggy, cloudy, not bright this morning, but the sun's up. We're not supposed to have any rain the next 5 days other than a pop-up shower. And 90 degrees straight, like every day for the next 5 to 7 days. Yeah, I think next Thursday we might break for a cold front coming through, but that's so far out, who knows. There's not much hope between now and then. It's gonna definitely feel like summer and definitely feel like August. We're on time this morning with a cushion, so that's good. Goes the electric bus. 0 emissions, 100% electric, clean energy. And the other one that was went past was compressed natural gas. And then the number 12 in front of us is just, I guess, whatever they're powered by, diesel. It's a good thing I'm not on film and you guys seeing me get out of the car, because those first 3 or 4 steps when I've been sitting for an hour are just painful, slow, hard. I just prefer to stay moving, and that way it never gets to where it hurts that bad. But unfortunately, sometimes I do have to sit down. So it is what it is. It's another day and I'm up and kicking. So that's a good day, right? Ruby says I'm going to get to the Chevy place as of right now at 7:56 a.m. Don said he was going to arrive around 8. And of course, he's got to go in and talk to them for a minute. But I should be over there to pick him up. He shouldn't have to be waiting on me. So we figured around 8 was good, and I agree 8 is good. Ruby still has not finished calibration. You know, I was at last night when I went into Teslafy to figure it out. I had driven 130 miles since I picked her up. And I also looked and saw that the Tesla guy that worked on the car drove her for 36 miles trying to calibrate the camera. So it's not like he didn't try to calibrate them. I suppose there's still a chance she'll finish. I could kick it off again like I did last time and see if it won't unstick itself. But I do think that the fact that it's taking so long is symptomatic of the fact that the data isn't streaming down, isn't being processed, gathered, sent properly. And so, you know, I'm still having a problem, I think. I mean, like I said, even if she were to finish calibration and I film a segment and go, wow, she's done calibrating, I would not call her fixed until I drive around for several days. And, you know, don't start getting the autopilot cameras unavailable message. So, you know, I hope I don't need... I thought about driving over there this morning, but the GMC needing to go back to the Chevy place, and how frustrating is that? kind of trumped that this morning, which is fine. I'm probably going to update the ticket when I get back to the house, the Tesla ticket, and let them know that, you know, I've now driven, let's see, that would be like 170 miles, and she hadn't finished with their 36. That puts me over 200, and see what they say. I did check first available last night as September the 9th, but maybe they would fit me in sooner than later. Just super disappointed to have to drop off my car for an entire day again. And I do emphasize again, to get them to look at her. So hopefully they didn't give my cable away to somebody else. And I don't know how tricky that is to pop the piece of glass off and put in the new cable. I don't know. So, I mean, I'm sure it's not a super detailed thing, but it's more than probably 5 minutes to do that carefully and properly. I did inspect the B-pillar and everything looked good over there, minus a few fingerprints on the chrome. So let's see what else is going on. My nice new shelf, I love how many of those bins I can fit on there. But the one spot that I put it last night is really in the way of proper egress through the house. So I'm gonna need to, I have one other spot to try to see if it will work, which I'm going to try. And then if not, it'll go up in the attic as storage up there, which was my original backup plan. It also could be a dorm room, nightstand bookcase kind of a thing at some point too. So I'm sure we'll use it, just maybe not where I wanted to, but I haven't given up yet on keeping it downstairs. And how about that T-Mobile and Elon presentation last night announcement? That's pretty cool. I think that's awesome. I'm hoping it'll be another nice giant step ahead for telecommunications. And, you know, as Don has said with Electrify America, they really should have been forced to put the level 2 chargers in rural areas instead of the best, brightest, biggest areas. You know, like, when is Fuquay going to get a charger that's a true public charger, fast charger, DC charger? So, you know, and more companies making, Don said the other day, you know, I guess Google Fiber announced they were putting in some more fiber someplace. I thought they weren't like doing that anymore, but apparently they were. And Ting is in our area, but you know, at our house, just right where we are, we're outside of all of those upgrades, and they keep on upgrading the in-town service, but they never upgrade. They don't upgrade our service, not at the same level. And that was what Don was trying to say is, you know, we keep on making certain people's service better. And maybe if the city grows, it grows with the city, but like out in more rural areas, you know, there are some places in the country that are just never going to have a cell tower that really provides adequate coverage. So I think this was great. I think that announcement was pretty darn awesome. And T-Mobile on Mars. Yep, somebody's going to need to allow the colony to communicate back to the Earth in some reasonable manner. So that was pretty cool, pretty exciting. I think T-Mobile was really smart to team up with SpaceX. You want to be associated with SpaceX. I think that's a good thing. Be a good thing for a good business decision for them. And we happen to have T-Mobile both for our cell service and for our backup 5G internet service. So we would be able to make use of it. So the sticker was $81 and they're asking $125 for it, which is why Don and I will never buy a car from a dealer ever again.
Yeah, well, it's our first Rivian up close.
Yep.
I actually like it. I like this is the.
It's a nice spec. As
yeah,
Kyle
well, this is the release color. This is the founders. You know, the first versions.
Sure.
That one, whatever that.
Gotcha. Means. So do these come out like the Model S? I haven't paid attention. Did they come out like the Model S?
Yeah.
I like the
22s.
Yellow, like the extra yellow details on it are nice. I mean, there's nothing not to like about it, well, except for the scalping price they're asking. Yeah, Don told the guy, I'm just gonna go look at it, I won't hurt it. That's pretty funny.
You got the charge port.
Yeah, we are right here up at the highway. Well, you know, you gotta, oh, there's the, yeah. It's nice.
Yeah.
I didn't give the Bolt any love yesterday, so I thought we'd come over and check it out. It's got a hold on it. Yep. It's in white. Let's look at the sticker. Well, it doesn't have the price. Oh yeah, it does. A little small. $39,995 plus $1,000. So it's a little over it's a little over 40. Excuse me, 40,000. Yeah, $49.90. Okay. $49.90. $40,990.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Part of the problem that Biden just did by announcing that thing, they're not going to sell that because you can buy that January 1st, get $7,500.
It's got a hold on it.
Okay. Well, I mean, but
not for sale, hold.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying is that if I was going to buy a Chevy Bolt, I'd wait till January because you're going to get $7,500.
Right. Well, I don't know what the Model 3 standard range is right now, but it's not that much more. I just think it's hilarious that the Bolt and the standard range Model 3 are so close in price. Yeah, the dark blue is not bad. Yeah, it is. It's sparkly. Look at the little American flag. You know, you can have your patriotism and your little lightning emblem at the same time. So I guess that's in now, to have letters outlined by paint color. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually like this. It's no higher than my GMC, maybe a little.
Yeah, I told Don I didn't think I could get in and out of the Rivian. It just seemed like it was so high. This one is a reasonable height.
Yeah.
I could get in and out of that a lot better. I like the styling on the Rivian better, but the height, you know, I actually could probably step up on that.
Yeah, well, that's what they're for. And they've got a good handle there for you to grab.
Yeah. So you're not going to scratch the bed. Both the Rivian and the Lightning have that nice, you know, it ain't your old school truck where you have to, you know, got a steel liner with paint and you got to go put something on it. And you're going to fit 5 people in this vehicle, 4 nicely and 5 if you want to. I don't like where it's parked as far as trying to get, I guess I'll walk out on the other side of the culvert and try to get a picture of it from the front today because I didn't do that. So why does it have a charge port? Does it really have a charge port on both sides? Or is one just make it look even? That one's actually more, well, I guess they both are. That's an interesting question. You think it's electric? I didn't know yesterday. I'm sorry.
It's electric.
Yeah.
Well, the grill is enclosed. There's not very much
yeah.
opening. You know, just it's kind of like the X, just that little small thing. There's no exhaust pipe in. It's got a diffuser, a very smooth diffuser, and they've spent.
Will it open?
What opens?
The port. You're not touching it? Okay.
And this is a dual motor.
Yeah. This car is 83. Yeah, you can see where the little toe thing, the little dot is missing. It's got some parking sensors. Let's look at the other one over here. What is that? A Brabus. I have no clue what that is. But here's the other Revero GT. One's, you know.
Yeah.
This one's got all red styling.
I like this color better.
Same price, $83K.
Well, I have no idea. We can go look up the specs on a
Karma. There surely is no obvious tailpipe.
Yeah, I think it's electric.
Okay. It's hard to see inside with all the condensation this morning.
It's got to be electric. There's no opening here by the camera, and that's a solid piece of glass molding. I mean, the only vents is this little hole on here and the little hole.
Well, there is a some sort of a vent in between. You got to look in between the hole. It sort of looks like a standard radiator, but I don't think it is. But
right. Okay, so that deflects it back up. All right, that's fair.
So what is that? Is that part of the
air conditioner?
Yeah. It's got a nice camera right here. You know, I want Tesla to put a camera there so I can see my cats better. So what did we find out when we read about it?
All right, so it's a hybrid. It has a 3-cylinder gasoline engine that runs a generator that has a battery that has about 80-mile range. So it's electric motors. Only electric motors drive the car, but it has an onboard generator. So it's like the BMW i3 with a range extender, except for it's got a range extender built in versus an option. It goes 330 miles when paired with the gasoline engine.
Right, it's actually a BMW
3-cylinder. Yeah, it's probably the same, maybe a little bit stronger generator to keep up with it, but
similar to the i3.
Yeah, because the i3, the onboard generator had a hard time. You couldn't do 70 miles an hour continuously using the onboard generator, even if you did that trick and had a software hack on it to allow you to do that. Basically, if you did 70 miles an hour and the gasoline engine was running, you would eventually, as Kyle has demonstrated in his i3, you eventually run out of power.
Yeah, I almost feel bad for this Ioniq 5. It's not getting any love over here. They want 57 for it and 67 for the Model 3. No, 54. So 55,000 for this.
So I assume somebody bought this for the tax credit?
Yeah, I think these are all flip and let's make some money. I think that's what all of these are. This one has 1,500 miles. The Model 3 only has 52 miles.
Yeah, but the Model 3 didn't qualify for tax credit.
Right. I hear you.
I have no idea what happened to the Model 3, but you know, I could see somebody buying this.
Well, they're still going for above retail because people like, say your Model 3 was in an accident and you need to replace it tomorrow and you know you've got a 6 month to a year wait. Then you'd be willing to pay $15,000 price premium or whatever and go get that car probably just to get you back in your Tesla. I can see somebody in a wreck wanting to do that, but other than that, have a little patience.
Yeah, well, I like the looks of this.
I like the paint color. It doesn't otherwise it doesn't appeal to me.
Well, I guess what I'm saying, it looks a little bit more roomy than the Bolt.
Right, it's similarly shaped to Bolt,
yeah. A little bigger though, so it's really not, it's not exactly comparable. The Bolt's a little smaller.
Sure.
Maybe the Bolt EUV, the extended one, extended electric vehicle version of the Bolt would probably be really close to this size.
Sure. All right, Donnie, now you've seen, all we need to see in person is an EV6, which I keep on confusing the Kia and the Hyundai. Well, they came out like at the same time and they're sort of in the same class and, you know. Yeah, I don't think I've seen an EV6 in person, and I called this an EV6 in one of the videos, and You know, if I see the Hyundai emblem, if I get a little closer, I know the difference. Well, they're here mowing and doing some stuff, but they're currently down in the woods. I guess I should clarify to say that there's, you know, grass under the right-of-way, high power lines that they need to keep mowed, and I'm sure they're not really mowing, quote-unquote, in the woods, but they're mowing over underneath the power lines. Now, this is the third and final lap, and we're a little quiet today, and we're in that Friday worn out from the week frame of mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you guys I didn't film Don last night when he was having trouble with the GMC. It wasn't right. Yeah. So they just called. What'd they say?
So they think the brake, and I totally agree with this. The brake calipers are seizing up, and they think to replace them, and is really the only thing to make sure. And the guy was very straightforward with me, the service person. He said, "Look, we'll you pay for the parts. It's close to $500 for the parts, but there won't be any labor charge, and we'll resurface the rotors and make everything right." And I told him, please do that. I think that's more than fair.
Don didn't even have to ask.
Yeah.
So while it would have been great, and he did say that the calipers were lubricated and working properly for the technician, but obviously, and now these are my words, he underestimated how wore out they were.
Right, or bumped up.
Yeah, they're sorry they didn't replace them while they were in there already and had everything apart, which is why they aren't going to charge Don the labor.
So that's, again,
that's fair.
That's fair, because I would have paid for the parts anyway. If they would have called me up and said you need calipers, I would not have hesitated to tell them. So it's gonna, the end result, other than I had to take it back. Yeah. The end result is all's well.
And dropping it off is no big deal. Picking it up is just slightly less easy to coordinate.
Yeah.
It requires an extra trip, whereas this morning's trip was a little mini EV touring vacation, and I was already going past there anyway.
Right. Yeah, got you content for your video.
That's right. It's important, you know. All right, we're trying it there for now. It's not quite as accessible as over there, but it's a lot less tight. You know, we're used to this walking through this doorway, and it's no problem. But it was too tight. It wasn't comfortable for any of us. So I hope that's going to work. It's black and slopes on top, black slopes, white, gray, dark gray there, tan, brown, medium nougat, gold, and dark tan there, and then solid color bins, orange, purple, pink, ones I wouldn't need very often, and then the Christmas one, all the reds and greens is on the bottom. So that's pretty good. And then these are all of the could be in any build hinges, and you know, 1x1s and trans pieces, clear pieces, and minifigures and stuff is all there. And I still have a couple over here and room for a few more. Well, I've only got 15 minutes, but I'm going to start sorting what was one Ziploc gallon bag, and I'll just throw a towel over the top of the counter while I'm gone and probably sort on it some more when I get home. I should be at the school at 1:10. I was supposed to pick Johnny up at 1, but you know, that's plus or minus close enough. It's 86 out there, and the sky is really pretty. There are clouds in the sky, but not like, you know, rain clouds in the sky. Like I said, we're not likely to have rain today. I'll pick up Johnny, we'll head home. He's got Taekwondo. He's staying here at Mom's house until after the SAT, and then his father will pick him up for a partial weekend. Since we're so close to the high school where he's taking the test, that just made sense to handle it that way. I know he's going to have homework, and I know he's going to be tired, and you know, I do everything I can to help him, you know, be a success. I'll probably just sort Legos back at the house until it's time to take Johnny to Taekwondo. So that's got to be a section of the overpass for part of the turnpike. He had a really hard time making that turn, and we gave up a light cycle for him. But he's past the worst of it now, I think. Although he's got his wheel sort of turned a little bit over there. Now, what is the Tesla doing at the gas pump? Obviously not pumping gas. I didn't even look over and see that until just now, the red, why? Huh. On my way up to Taekwondo, drop Johnny off for a couple of hours. I'll be heading back to the house in between. I am almost done sorting, putting away the Legos I sorted today. Probably another 30 minutes of shuffling bins around. I told Don I've gotta sort enough to make it worth lifting and looking through and moving every bin I have. So, I guess I did 2.5 1 gallons, maybe 3, something like that. The whole counter was full, so it was time to put the stuff in the bins. Swear it was like I was home for 15 minutes, and I don't know exactly how long I was in the house, but it was probably more like 45 minutes. I am trying to get those sorted parts put away. There'll be, you know, a small handful that'll just go back in the next bag to be sorted that I missed when I went through and pulled stuff. But yeah, I am trying to, you know, I gotta cook, so I need the kitchen back in tip-top shape. I guess I've got about 10 more minutes and I'll have it cleaned up enough. Or I'll just throw all the stuff in one of the bags yet to be sorted. Now I don't want to make more work for myself. So Tesla did say they were sorry to hear that it, you know, wasn't working yet, and that maybe I should try restarting calibration. It was almost as if they didn't read that this was the scenario that happened last time. But yes, of course, before I go through the gyrations of trying to take Ruby back up there again, I need to, yeah, he passed me in a no passing zone, but that's okay. I don't really care. They want to speed through here. That's between them and the cops and nothing to do with me. I keep on getting their license plates, and, you know, they can, you know, do what they want to do. I'm responsible for me. They're responsible for them. As I was saying, certainly before I take her back up there, I'm going to want to try to redo the calibration. And I think a good time to try, you know, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, maybe I'll do it Monday. I don't know. I won't be driving that much over the weekend. It would probably be beneficial to kick it off Monday morning, and maybe it'll complete on the drive to downtown. Okay, what the heck? Yeah, clear it. When I start driving, it'll start over. And I reset at 103.564 at 7:05 p.m. on Friday night, 8/26. I took the long way home. Nav on autopilot beta is 95% calibrated and full self-driving is 76% calibrated. And you know, I'm on some roads where the speed limit's 55 and they're more or less painted. I mean, you know, they're roads, they have paint. I don't know. We're 2 or 3 miles from the house and it's gonna be what it is. I am headed to the house. We're hungry and tired, but I wanted to at least give it a chance, do a 10-minute, 15-minute drive from Taekwondo home and give it a chance to see if it would just poof, there it is. That would have been nice. So 97% and 78%, obviously not complete. 103.575, I don't remember what the number was before. I probably went about 10 miles, 15 at the most. Little circle over here. So we'll work on it some more. If not, over the weekend on Monday.